Hello, it's Yvonne from Precut. I am so excited to share with you a new tool that the Precut has come up with for us. Always love it when they have a new toy for me. This time, they have brought out some pinking blades for our rotary cutters. Don't know if you've ever used one of these before, but they are fabulous. So they're in two sizes. This one's the narrow, and this one is the wide. And they are so much fun. There's so many uses for these. So I'm going to set these cases aside and I'm going to put it in my Femore cutter. They will fit into any rotary handle. This is just the one. It is a different color than the other ones I use. I have different ones. I have some Olfa cutters that are my primary. But I love this one too, and I'm going to put the pinking blade in this one and leave it there so that I don't have to keep changing out every time I want one. That's the decision I made. I may have to get me a couple more cutters, but that's the decision I made. Oh, wait a minute. I just did that wrong, didn't I? That goes on first, then that. And then we put the screw back on. I can get it to work. There we go. Now, be real careful you don't tighten this down too tight, because if it's too tight, it won't spin well. See, now I have it down too tight and I can't get it to spin, so I need to back that off a little bit. There we go. Now it's going to turn. It's still a little tight. Loosen it just a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. Okay, couple things to keep in mind when you're using these blades. One, they cut in an angle. Your mats, your self-healing mats, are not designed to self-heal in angles. They are designed for straight cuts that they can heal back up. These little angles, not so much. So either use a very old mat that is about worn out, or turn it over and use the back so that when you cut with it, you're not marring up the front of your mat. Okay, so one of the most useful things I find with this is when I want to pre-wash some fabric. Like, I always pre-wash my flannel. I know some people are pre-washers, some aren't, but if you're a pre-washer on your cottons even, you get all the fray in the wash, and then you end up with a tangled mess. So if you take your pinking blade and just run right across the end of that, look at there, you will have it pinked, and that will not fray in the wash. And so that saves you from having to untangle that big nasty mess that you make in the wash when you are pre-washing your fabric. Okay, so that's one use. That's a big use. I use it, like I say, especially with flannels, because flannels, I always pre-wash my flannels because they shrink, and so you want to make sure they are preserved. So I used to sew the two ends of the flannel together, but then I'd have to cut it and I'd lose. Anyway, okay. The other thing is, if you want to have a pinked edge on all of your quilts, when you're cutting out quilt blocks, you easily can cut them out using the rotary cutter pinking edge. Things to remember when you're using this is it is a little bit hard. You have to push a little bit harder because it will bog down a little bit. Is that the word I want? Maybe not bog down, but it's just a little harder to get it to go smoothly. Secondly, these little grooves here, the little bumps, can easily get up onto your ruler. It's going to dull your blade. It's also going to chip your ruler. So when you're cutting with it, you want to be very, very careful that, first of all, you're holding your rotary cutter properly. You're holding it with your finger up here, so you're pushing downward pressure on it. You don't want to hold your rotary cutter up. You want to hold it at a nice, what is that, about a not quite 45-degree angle. with your finger here pushing down. And you are going to hold this and make sure you're going straight across the edge of that ruler. And it'll go really nicely. And you can, if I can get, well, I missed one. And the reason I missed one is because I'm sitting at my sewing table instead of pushing down. You know how when you stand up, you get a better push? Anyway, so there you go. And you can just make your own. How about charm packs that come already pinked? You can make charm packs. You can cut all your blocks with this, whatever. The other thing I like it for a lot is when I am sewing circles. When you sew curves and circles, you end up having to clip your edges all the way around so that when you turn it, it lays flat. So by using a pinking blade, you can get that edge already. And I do it sometimes after I sew. I will pink off the edges, and that will then give me that finished clipped edge already to where I don't have to go back through and clip it. See? And that just is a beautiful, beautiful pinked edge. Can you see that there? I don't know. There we go. Okay, so circles, great use for them. Craft sewing. I am making a little pin cushion here. It's going to have a little bobble on it. It's going to look like a little hat. It's going to be cute, but I want this bottom to be covered. So felt, this is a fuzzy fleece just because it was the color I wanted. And I have pinked the edge of it so it looks nice and finished. And I can just attach that to the bottom. So craft sewing, wonderful tool. Okay, we talked about curves. Well, this is a curved quilt that I made. It's an apple core. I pinked the edges here. And then I'm pillowcase binding it. So I went back through and I just pinked all the way around it. And so now it's ready to turn and top stitch. How about garment sewing? I love to make things for my grandbabies. And so I'm going to make some nightgowns out of this nice stretchy terry cloth, or not terry, a t-shirt knit. So, you know, real simple. You can just cut out your whole pattern. Get it open here. Cut out your whole pattern with it. It's obviously not on there straight, but there we go. Look at that. And now my seam is not going to do any fraying. So I love these. I want to show you the difference. Here's this one, but I want to show you the difference with the wide curve versus the narrow. I'll take the narrow off. It is kind of my favorite. I got to say, I love the narrow. But when you're doing things like garments with t-shirt knit, the wide one works fine. Goes a little bit faster. Whatever. I mean, it's okay. Okay, now I did that too tight again. It's very deceptive. You just really want to be careful. There we go. Alrighty, so I'm just going to cut again right here so you can see the difference between the two. Oop. Come on, baby. My board slid. Okay. So there's the wide blade. There we get you focused. There's the wide blade. There's the narrow blade. Aren't they fun? Well, that could even be a fun little applique there. You know, if you take something like a t-shirt knit fabric that isn't going to fray, and you could make a design to put on the front of something. Anyway, all kinds of fun things. You see how, I don't know if you can see this. Maybe, yeah, I can get it at the right angle. See right here on this mat? That's the kind of damage that blade will do to the front of your mat. And it doesn't really heal itself back up. So, like I say, old mat or the back of the mat to use your fabulous pinking blades from the Precut. Let me know in the comments what other things, what other kind of projects and uses you have for these blades. Let's help each other out and figure out everything we can about how to use these blades. Happy quilting!